Today we did a takedown. I don't know what it's called. I think we learned it before in Fabio's class. He was out one day, and whoever substituted showed it to us. Where you hook your opponent's leg. So in the version we learned today, you get a same side lapel grip, and you pull with the same. You step back with the same side leg and you pull, bringing your opponent's leg forward. Then with your opposite leg. So let's say we're gripping with my right hand. So I grip the same side lapel, and then I take a step back with my right foot, pulling his left foot forward. My left foot comes in around his ankle, but such that my lower leg is kind of parallel to the floor. And I'm stepping forward as I do this. So I'm setting up my calf behind his ankle and pushing him over my calf. I forgot what this is called. So that was the first one. Second one was attacking turtle to back. It was simple. Just reach around to reaching around the turtle over the body and then back under, grabbing the far side lapel, or near side lapel, far side from the hand, tightening the elbow around the hip, and then pulling toward the side, while opening up a little space for him to fall in, and then putting hooks in and completing the seatbelt grip. And then the third one was a clock choke. So this is the third variation of the clock choke that I learned. So Danny said that, he didn't mention Bridges Way. He did mention the wrist ride, but he said that he prefers doing a second lapel grip with the other hand. So in this version, the opponent's in turtle, you're on one side. Say you are on the left side of your opponent. Your left hand reaches across and grips cross collar, and then your right arm goes around your opponent and grips the opposite side from the side where your arm is reaching across from. So the same side as you're on, but you're reaching all the way around the body to grab it. At which point, once you have those two grips, you sort of tripod up, put your head on the floor on the opposite side. So your weight is on your forehead and your feet, and then you have the two grips. You can flare a little with the wrists to tighten on the throat, and then you move your feet toward his head. So, while your head sort of stays the same, and then rotate your feet toward the head. So you're moving to like a north-south position. You don't have to move that far for the choke to go through. So I think when I usually when I did it before, I would rotate my hips. So he's saying that you should keep your hips sort of parallel to the floor, not one hip closer to the floor than the other. I think usually I would drop my hip, and that would loosen the choke. Another interesting thing is, Danny said that it's the same thing as cross-collar choke from behind, from the back. You're just, like, the mechanics of it are the same. So I guess, but this, with the clock choke, you have the extra torque of moving your whole body around to tighten it, while the cross-collar choke, you can only flare your arms to tighten the choke. But it's interesting that the mechanics, the physics are the same. So then rolling went pretty well. There's this guy that's like usually stronger than me, but I was handling him pretty well. So I think, I don't know, either he wasn't like awake or whatever, or I just got better, so I'm avoiding like the direct physical interactions. So usually he's like 6-7 inches taller than me, and he can usually just like kind of overpower me. You usually avoid rolling with him because I don't like when people are like directly physical like that. Like, it's one thing if someone's like outweighs me, then they're using their weight. When someone is like not heavy, but they're really sort of wiry strong and they're like using their strength, I don't really like rolling with them because they just like grab your limbs and then just like wrench them around, while like, you know, heavier people kind of just use their weight. So the force is like relentless, but it's also slow and steady. This one is just like very unpredictable and whatever. I feel like it's a lot easier to get hurt with someone who's like strong and doesn't know how to really use their strength. Yeah, so it was good today with that roll. This other guy, I did have trouble with one guy. He was like wrestling. He's very low to the ground. Kept on looking for like guillotines. Because he was so low, I couldn't get him to guard. I was always in turtle, trying to escape turtle out of him. Catch a leg here and there, but then he would stay so that I couldn't do anything with it. Just very difficult. I'm not exactly sure what I could have done instead. I did, so today, not just against this guy, but some other guys, when I was in turtle, I was able to like throw them forward and escape through the back. But then once I'm there, it's just sort of like a scramble. I don't know, maybe there's like a better way to advance position out of that. The half guard's getting better. I think I managed to sweep someone one time. It's not 100%, it's not even 100%, it's not dependable for me. Like, I'm not exactly sure why. I'm slowly picking up like nuances, like what I can do to make them give me the under hook. I think what I'm realizing now is like I'm concentrating too much on the sweep, and I can do the wrestle up. Like, because I'm not able to sweep, therefore the wrestle up is there. So I just need to be more aware of that happening. But yeah, side control, this game of side control, I'm not having like any success with it at all with the things that Tim showed me. I think it's because I can't get my knee in the hip, I haven't been able to get my knee in the hip cleanly. It's always like get it halfway and then I'm fighting to get the rest of it in, and by the time I do that, actually I'm not even sure what happens after that, but it's kind of, the knee into the hip becomes like a focus point, and so it doesn't allow me to continue on from it, I think. So I had to think about, because he's defending that the knee into the hip, what does that open up? I think that's the question that I'm thinking about. Other than that, that's it.